we count down the top 5 game-changing moments for Big Brother Season 3 Celebrity Edition. So let's get into it. But first, we got to say subscribe, like, click that little icon. It'll notify you if new videos pop up, like this one. Look who it is! It's Britini!
Hi guys! Hey! What's up?
We're at Universal Orlando.
Of course we are.
Yeah, and having a theme park kind of a day here. Britini, we've got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
Obviously, because this is a big month for you.
Very true.
And tell us what this month is about. What does April mean to you?
Oh my gosh, April means everything to me. So April is Autism Acceptance Month. It's going to be such an amazing month to raise awareness for the neurodivergent community and just allow everyone to learn more about the fact that we're not all that different and that we really are so similar, and just erase some of the stigmas that are existent in our world in terms of that we're less or that we can't do things.
Yeah.
And I just can't wait to use this month to just promote more acceptance for the neurodivergent community.
You are doing that. You're putting this fundraiser together.
Yeah.
And people, if they reach out to you through your social media channels,
Yes.
they're going to find out a whole lot more information.
They're going to find out so much information. So I am hosting a huge fundraiser for the Summit Center, which is the organization that gave me 23 years ago my 40 hours a week of early intervention services and 5 hours a week of speech. They are the organization that literally made Britini. I would not be me without them. So it was crazy being able to put this whole fundraiser together, having my original therapist in the room for those meetings. Yeah. I still talk to them. They watch me on Big Brother. They're literally my biggest cheerleaders. But like Summit, the workers at Summit are my heroes. And I just thought to myself, any way that I can give back this month to them would just mean the world. So that's why I put this fundraiser together, so that we can hopefully make a difference, because they work with over 1,300 children and adults every single year who are just like me. And any work that I can do for them, I want to do, because they've just changed my life.
Well,
so they mean the world to me.
You're doing so much good. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Hey, and how's life post Big Brother? You're doing fun things like
oh my gosh,
parks.
You know, post life since Big Brother has been awesome, Jason. It's me living my best life, and I just really have just come to the realization that you only live once, and this life that we live is so precious, so you might as well enjoy it while we're here.
Yeah.
And like, I just love being able to travel to so many places. I've been to Disney 4 times since coming off the show. This is my first time to Universal since I was 7. So I'm loving this. We just got off the Velocicoaster and ate in Margaritaville. I'm living the best life here. So it's been so wonderful, and I just love the fact that I get to travel and that I get to finally meet you, and I get to come see something.
We met in person!
We finally met! It's been so funny. We've done so many interviews together at this point that I'm like, oh my God, you're not through Zoom screen.
No, we're in real life. And let me just say, when we talked to you before the Celebrity Big Brother season started, you had some high praise for the contestant who went on to win this. I did. You said Misha could win this thing.
I did say Misha could win this thing.
And it was because of the martial arts skills that you possess.
Yes. So I was rooting. So in my predictions on that interview, I did say that I thought Misha was going to do really well. And I did say that Misha could win this. So when she went on to win the season, I was watching the season progress. And she really she kicked butt in competitions. Mm-hmm. I mean, she used her MMA skills, and she kicked it. And they were like, her mixed martial arts, beast. I mean, I picked someone great.
You did.
I was happy. I mean, obviously I got to root for Misha because she's a mixed martial artist and I do martial arts myself. So for me, that was awesome to see. I was like, okay, a prediction that I made came true. Let's go. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Got it. Hey,
it
thank you so much for hanging out today.
Of
and
course.
Continue as you were just encouraging us to live your best life.
Absolutely.
Because you're inspiring, and so many. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So keep it up. Say hi to the rest of your cast.
I will.
From season 23. That was an awesome one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're going to be watching them on the challenge and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And, of course, Rachel and I are talking about the finale, so we got to roll that now.
Yes. Oh, my God. I love Rachel. I love you guys.
As the season played out, I think we all sort of came into this, this is happening, it's going this way. But let's jump back to when it all started. And I spoke to you along with some other strong women who have played the game of Big Brother. And I said, as every one of you bring up these ladies on the cast for Big Brother Celebrity Edition Season 3, it seems like we might have a woman win again. And here's what I was told. Do we have a celeb Big Brother winner in the women this season? Because it looked like to me when you were seeing they're really strong women in this cast. Is this going to happen again? Is this going to be a three-peat?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so. Wait, Jason, you're on with 4 other women. What else are you going to say?
That's why we brought this up. No.
Absolutely.
No. All right. So it happened. Here we go. A third winner. Big Brother Celebrity is a game that a guy can't win for whatever reason.
No, women are dominating it. And I love that. Obviously, being a strong female competitor, I love it. But it blows my mind that people haven't caught on to that yet. So I'm wondering if it's just if it's maybe a celebrity thing. Because if you look at the stats for like regular Big Brother, that's not how it is.
No.
So I'm wondering if it's just because they're celebrities, maybe. I don't know.
But let's give props to our celebrity Big Brother winner. Misha was a beast at competition. And here's what we're going to do. A little later, we're going to let you play along with a game that I've got for Rachel. It's a quiz, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Toward the end here, you're going to have a blast with this, Rachel. I know it's going to be so fun, and we're going to learn some stuff about you too. Plus, we're going to discuss, as this episode rolls on, the winner and America's favorite player. Any shocker there? As we count down the top 5 game-changing moments for Big Brother Season 3 Celebrity Edition. So let's get into it. But first, we got to say subscribe, like, click that little icon. It'll notify you if new videos pop up, like this one. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, it's down.
And Jason and I are going to do Celebrity Big Brother or regular Big Brother again, and we're going to do challenge. So
yeah, Rachel's wanting to do all kinds of stuff. So all right. I've never watched the challenge, not ever, not once. So you're going to pull me in, and here we go.
I'll put you, and it will be on CBS, so it'll be even better to watch.
All right. I love that. Okay. So as we got into the finale, we came down to the final 3. We had Misha, Todrick, and Cynthia. What were you thinking going into finale night and kind of watching the finale as it played out?
I secretly was waiting for Cynthia to pull out this big win, get rid. I was wondering if she would take Todrick or Misha, but maybe get rid of Todrick and take Misha, but she might have lost. I don't know. I was just waiting for Cynthia to do something, and I was disappointed that how it played out because I just wanted Cynthia to win because Misha just dominated this whole game. I mean, it was insane. How many competitions she won, and the fact that she was able to convince people to keep her in the game, it blew my mind.
Yeah, I really was impressed because as much as we saw all of the competition wins, there was a good social strategy for people not to target her. And that's part of the mystery of, something we didn't always see how it was playing out. And the fact that she was so likable among the other house guests, it seems they didn't get rid of her, and they gave her the game. I do think, based even on how the votes went down, I think Cynthia would have kept Todrick. Had she won that final HOH, I think she would have taken Todrick, and that would have been the win for her. She would have taken the prize money. Yeah,
which is crazy to think about, right? If she could have won one competition, she could have taken Todrick.
I mean, this really proves that all it would have taken was just one, and it could have really turned the whole season in a different direction. Okay, so I broke down these things, and I wanted to talk to you and see if you agree with these kind of top 5 as I count down game-changing moments. I had to say, as I put this list together, number 5 was Big Brother. It was just a game itself. I felt like there were too many players coming in, not knowing the game. I felt like the twist that kind of messed some things up early on, and the Mon Juan, and then just the game. I thought really changed it up for Celebrity Big Brother and made it difficult for our diehard fans. When we looked at these players like Chris Kirkpatrick, who knew it and wanted it and loved it, and then the game messed him up and he backdoored himself essentially.
No, so I keep thinking about that. That is a great top 5, and I keep thinking about that because it was there must be they must keep thinking in their head what other twist is going to happen? What else is going to happen? Yeah. Because I know with that Mon Juan week 1, they must have thought this is going to be twist after twist after twist. And so I think Shayna and Chris Kirkpatrick probably did get too much in their head. And I think you're right. I think if it would have been a regular no twists, maybe they would have done a little bit better. But also, like, it's hard when you're playing with a bunch of people that don't know the game and you're a fan and you want to play the game like how you've seen it played. Because I think at that point you're trying to play too strategically. Maybe you overgame a little.
Yeah. And I think people who don't know the game get very nervous about that. They're like, hey, man, everybody's just these players, Shayna and Chris keep talking about this so much. And I think that it's off-putting if you don't know the game. You hear Lamar and he's like, hey, it's a game. Chill, relax. Why are you so worried about this competition? It's like, no, there's a big prize on the line here. Yeah. Okay, so that was one of the things I said. Number 4, I counted down as a game-changing moment. For me, Todrick and Misha forming an alliance early in this game. As we saw, that was so key. A secret alliance, if you will. It was what worked for season 3 of Big Brother on the regular show with Danielle and me. I didn't make it to final 2 as they did, but that was sort of what we tried to do when we made it to the final 3 in our season.
Yeah, I think that their alliance, although I don't know why it was secret, because it felt like it was out there in the open the whole time. But it
did seem at times people didn't understand it or know about it.
Right, 100%, which is so crazy. But when you're in that house, you don't really know what's going on. You kind of think like, oh, they're friends, they're talking, but like they were just like they had the best alliance and they were just ride or die. And that is 100% what got them to the final 2 because they both saved each other multiple times.
And if you ever get a chance to play Big Brother, I'm talking to future contestants out there. You form that ride or die and you stay with him because there is power in that, as we've seen season after season. The Derek and Cody's, the Jason and Danielle season 3 of Big Brother, way back in the archives on Paramount Plus, and then of course this season with Misha and Todrick. Okay, now to my number 3. We don't have to talk a lot about this, but I think Chris Kattan leaving the game really changed it.
I think that they were surprised, and I wish if he was going to leave, I wish he would have left when Mariah left, and Mariah could have stayed. That would have totally changed the game.
It would have been so great. And I know, Rachel, we talked about that, but I would have loved to see Mariah play longer.
100%, I would have loved to see Mariah play longer. And I was going to say, the house guests did what they had to do because they needed to vote Mariah out over Chris Kattan, but as a fan and a viewer, we didn't want to see her go home so early when she came to play, and he left. So, yeah, it really did. I think even in the mind of Chris Kirkpatrick, sway some of what he did the week he got evicted because he thought maybe no one's going home, maybe some change is happening, there would be a twist, and that didn't work out. That brings me to number 2 here on my list. Chris Kirkpatrick backdooring himself. Is this going to go down as one of those Big Brother bonehead moves? 100%. I think it's going to be a Marcel 2.0.
Marcella, sorry, we love you, but this is redeeming him because Chris Kirkpatrick, he did something that even, Marcellus didn't do. We just convinced him that Danielle had. He was fine. Don't use it. But I mean, Chris Kirkpatrick, he made this all happen. And again, you throw a Hail Mary, you don't know what's going to happen. I get it, why he did it, but it was like, oh no, this is going down. Your alliance partner is going to get you evicted this week.
100%. And I don't think that, he took the gamble and I don't think he thought it would turn out how it did.
No. Oh no. Also, if you go to Vegas, Chris Kirkpatrick, be careful because I think you're a gambling man. I will tell you this. I ran into Joey Fatone out at Universal Orlando and I asked him about it because obviously they were in sync together. Joey Fatone does not know who I am, by the way. Excuse me, can I get a picture? Also, I love Celebrity Big Brother and your pal. And he said he got a call from Chris Kirkpatrick after it all ended. And Joey had never watched it until this season just to see his buddy. And so he was rooting for him and sort of was even a little confused at that time. Like, what had happened? I don't really understand. Why did Chris go and why did he make that move? And I was like, it's a longer story. You don't have time. You have people and they're rushing you away. But it is cool to see that he lives here in Central Florida and he had a lot of love for Chris Kirkpatrick, as we do too. And, maybe on an all-star celebrity edition, Chris gets back and gets to play with people who know the game.
That would be so amazing. And,
Yeah.
even his buddy Lance Bass, who's also a huge fan of Big Brother, did say publicly, like, we went over this and I don't know how he made this mistake. So like, they had gone over it. I guess like Lance and Chris had been like talking about the best ways to play the game and what they should do because they're both huge fans. And it was it's so funny to see. Like,
I know. It is why it made my list of number 2, Chris Kirkpatrick backdooring himself. And certainly it'll get on lists as people make those on the internet of bad Big Brother moves. An honorable mention goes to Todrick's HOH ceremony here because it was love it or hate it. I don't know. It added something to the season. I mean, it was an HOH ceremony that goes down in history.
History. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely interesting. I felt like Todrick he could have just made no moves and been in the same situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not wrong. I think that he had in Misha being such a strong competitor and such a strong alliance, a lot of safety. And, he did have people in the house listening to him and working with him. And even as we saw in the finale, we saw Carson say, hey, Shayna, I'm sorry that I listened to Todrick and listened to what was happening, from somebody talking to me and what got in my ear versus what actually happened here. And, and he said he was sorry to Shayna. He said, yeah, you did. You saved me. I should have, listened to not listened, but said actions speak louder than words. And so I thought that was a really interesting moment. So Todrick, thanks for keeping it wild. Hoping at some point that we will hear from him. He didn't do media, didn't press. He kind of kept low key. And I get it after this season and kind of, the tumultuous nature of coming out of the house and what he heard and what was said. We do want to send love because at the end of the day, these are people who go in there and they open up their lives to all of us to watch them on TV. And it's tough. It is tough.
And he played a game. And that's the thing. Like, he was playing the game and you can't fault him for that. And, I actually did talk to him on the DMs a little. And
look at you sliding in his DMs.
I did slide into Todrick's DMs. And he is fine. Like, he thinks he did the best that he could have done. And he wanted to play a very aggressive game. And I think that, he played a great game. Like, as far as gameplay, like, he did what he had to do. He saved Misha during Carson's HOH. Like, how is that possible? I don't know. But like, they got rid of Shayna during Carson's HOH. I'm surprised that didn't make you top 5. That's an honorable mention.
Okay, well then Rachel's honorable mention. I know, and you're right. That is a huge move. I kind of lumped it all in just their alliance because I could have gone down with so many moves that I felt like were so strategic in getting them to the final 2. But you're right. That was a really big week that led to that apology even in the finale episode. So moving past that, because, if he's got personal things that he needs to say sorry for, you work on that. We grow as people, don't we want to allow people to make mistakes and forgive them? I'm a dad, you're a mom, we've got kids, they make mistakes. They have looked us in the eyes and they've lied to us. They've said things that hurt our feelings and they hurt us. And we still love, and we're going to forgive, and we're going to help them become the best versions of themselves. So, we want people to forgive us when we make mistakes. Let's forgive. So I'm just putting that out there to the universe. And Todrick, hope you hear that one day.
We forgive our kids and they're not even competing for, $250,000 or $500,000. So it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's all about, like you said, forgiving and just moving forward and learning and growing. That's the best you can do.
And maybe, that's one of those things that comes out of that. We talk about Big Brother and the way it impacted our lives. I mean, the reason that you have kids and are married and a mom and all of these things, it's because you went on Big Brother. It changed your life financially, but also you met your husband through this. So, you got to look at some of the other things that come from this, and a lot of them may be personal. And so we hope that for all the contestants, there's some journey and something to learn about yourself and life by doing the game. It got real philosophical here. So let's get to number 1. And that is just Misha being a beast. In competition, she won the final 2 HOH competitions. So back to back, she had 4 total HOH wins. And on this condensed shortened season, it was basically every time she could win an HOH, she won it. It was remarkable. Then she had some other comp victories in the mix too, some POVs in there as well. So, I mean, it's the reason why I think she won the game.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, hands down from competition wins, and even the strategic game that she played, she did play the best game. We didn't want to, like at the end, I said I wanted Cynthia to do something and maybe Cynthia win, only because, you want to see someone else win.
Right. You want it to change up a little bit. There needs to be some shakeup because it had been
Misha
in so many ways so predictable.
Yeah, so it was very predictable, but she played the best game. I mean, it was literally flawless. You could not have played a better game. And I don't think she made enemies. And I don't think that she really did anything to make people upset. Because even when she was in power, she was very stoic about it. She wasn't emotional. She was very this is it. This is the game. And that was it. And, she moved on. And it was just one of the best games I think we've ever seen on Big Brother ever,
Okay. So, I mean, I had this question of, did the right celebrity win this game? Yeah. And I was going to pose it to you. I think you've answered it.
Yeah. I mean, yes, 100%.
I think so too.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ed.
I mean, there were people that you were rooting for, and some of the players that really came in and they wanted to play hard. I was rooting for some of them as I saw the season unfold. But when it comes down to it, I think she deserved it the most.
100%. And I totally agree. There's people I wanted to root for just because I wanted them to kind of mix it up. There was times when I wanted Carson to discover this big alliance and get rid of them and break it up. But then, by the same token, she played a flawless game. And so it's as a viewer, I do want to see that back and forth. But if I was in that house, I would try to play Misha's game. That's a perfect game.
I agree. Okay, now to our quiz. And I'm going to give props to Rachel Mac 0811. That's not you, right?
No.
But made a BuzzFeed quiz here. So if you want to live like a Big Brother house guest, they match your personality to an all-star. And then I'll tell you who I got. So Rachel, we need to know how your friends would describe you. Good listener, smart, funny, hot, kind, or competitive.
Maybe competitive.
Okay. That's what I would say. I think that. Okay. So we need your HOH playlist song. Is it going to be Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake, Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles, WAP by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, My Future by Billie Eilish, or we get two more, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd or Rockstar by DaBaby?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like them all, but I think I could listen to Watermelon Sugar on repeat. Yeah.
However it goes, I don't know. I'm not singing.
Watermelon Sugar.
Okay, let's pick a former house guest for you to have a showmance with. Is it Natalie Negrotti, Haley Bruchet, Zach Rance, Jessica Graff, Fessy, I think it's Shafa. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce his last name, or Hayden Moss. And I'll cut this out, but you can tell me.
I would say Natalie Negrotti, 100%. It would either be Natalie or Haley, but I think I'm a Natalie. I think I would definitely want to showmance with her over.
Do you want me to edit that out or keep it?
Let's do it. Keep it. I don't care, because you know what? If I ever want to play with these people again, I'll just say, sorry. Look at Natalie. It's perfect.
Okay. Look at this. Pick a TV show to binge after you get out of the BB house. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Outer Banks, Euphoria, Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Office, or Umbrella Academy.
Ooh, man. I guess I need to de-stress, so The Office.
Okay. It's funny. I picked the same one there. I wonder if you're going to be the same. Okay. Favorite BB comp, Hide and Go Veto, What the Bleep, Slippery Slope, The Wall, OTEV, or BB Comics. What do you want to compete in?
I think OTEV. This classic.
I didn't choose that one. I got to tell you that I picked. No, I picked OTEV. I was that and Hide and Go Veto. I love that, but you know what? I realized that we would probably be cleaning up the Big Brother house, and I don't want to do that. I clean up enough after kids. I was like, I don't want that for my season. Okay, the last one here. What's in your HOH basket? Pringles, Oreos, Kit Kat, Twizzlers, Pop Tarts, or Sour Patch Kids?
Kit Kats.
Oh boy, I think we're going to pick the same one. We're doing all the same ones. And then we've got a room to strategize in. Think about where you like to strategize in the BB house. Yeah, bathroom, the HOH room, the living room, the backyard, the lounge, or the kitchen.
I mean, it definitely has to be the backyard, because anytime you're in the backyard, nobody knows really what you're saying or what's going on. But when you're in the lounge, it's a little fishy. HOH room, a little fishy. Bathroom, the most fishy. Like,
see, Danielle and I strategize in the bathroom because you have the most access to sort of watch where you are. We also like the hammock in a corner of the backyard. You need to be in an area where the walls behind you, nobody can sneak up, and you've got the view. You need that.
Yes.
A corner. So the bathroom worked in our house, and it is a little different with this current house, but it does appear more shady. We just sat there at a table and played cards and kind of watched everything. We never played cards for real. We just talked strategy and just put cards down when people came over there. Last thing, and then we're going to find out who you are. Who is your favorite Big Brother winner? Is it Derek? Is it Steve? Is it Casey? Is it Dan? Is it Jordan? Or is it Rachel Reilly?
I'm going to have to say Rachel Reilly.
Oh, you're Janelle. Congratulations.
That could not have gone better.
So you bowed to the queen. You're a comp beast. There's nothing BuzzFeed says you can't do. Although I think you need to be just you. I really wasn't sure. I don't know what all the picks are. I got Cody, which I thought was kind of cool.
Okay.
And I will bring it back to the celebrity edition of Big Brother with Cody. I honestly, when I look at the alliance with Danielle and with me, there is a lot of the Derek Cody relationship there. I get that. Todrick mentioned in his finale episode speech that he thought he was season 16's Derek, but I think that he was really Cody. When now we saw how it all played out, Misha was. Now Derek didn't have to win any competitions. He was pure strategy. But I think the stronger player, as I kind of look at it, I compare him more to that. And don't worry, Todrick, because I was the Cody on my season and on this BuzzFeed quiz. It's what my lot in life is.
I love that.
Is there anything else, Rachel, as a celebrity season wraps up here that you have as a final thought? Any takeaways for fans of the show?
I mean, for the next celebrity season, if you are a strong female, then, maybe you might
already have a target.
Yeah.
You have a target on your back.
You have a target on your back because strong females have won 3 years in a row. So,
Yeah. A guy has never won Celebrity Big Brother here in the US. Like, let that wrap around your head. Thanks to the BuzzFeed quiz, Rachel Mack. 0811. That was a lot of fun. And so great there. We do want to mention as we leave, congratulations to Carson, who was America's favorite house guest.
I love that about him.
Were you surprised? Did you vote for him? I did.
I did vote for Carson. I wasn't surprised. I thought Carson, Cynthia, or I heard a lot of people say Shayna, but I thought Carson played a better game than Shayna. So I thought he would win.
I did vote for Shayna at the beginning when I saw Chris Kirkpatrick say vote for Shayna. And then I went, wait, I'm going to vote for Chris Kirkpatrick because I think so then I voted for him. And then the last couple of days I did the Carson vote and I was like, well, now I've just split it all. I've ruined it. But there were too many great players this season and so much fun. And we got to say thanks to all the celebrities for making it a great winter because you kept us occupied, even though it's shortened season. We were satisfied. And now we're ready for the summer season.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Let's do this. Rachel, thank you for helping out and for bringing such great insight. And can't wait to do this again for another show and another season.
Woo! I can't wait. I'm excited.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining. And again, subscribe, like. We'll see you next time on The Secret Alliance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're incredible.
Yeah, that was fun.